Hey there, welcome back to our channel where the Bible comes to life. Today we dive into the fascinating tale of King Solomon, one of the most intriguing figures in history. Get ready for an adventure filled with wisdom, riches, and valuable life lessons. And hey, stick around till the end because we've got something special for you. As we journey through Solomon's remarkable life, let's reflect on some incredible questions. What made him so wise? How did his decisions shape nations? And most importantly, what can we learn from his triumphs and struggles? It's time to discover the secrets of Solomon's legacy. Let's rewind back to ancient Israel, a land filled with promise and potential. When David, the legendary king, reached the twilight of his life, it was time to pass on the crown. Now, you might remember David, the courageous warrior who slew Goliath and became a beacon of faith. But as he grew older, he knew he couldn't rule forever. So he turned to his son Solomon, a young man with a promising future ahead of him. He had a reputation for wisdom and justice, qualities that had already set him apart. Imagine being in Solomon's shoes, inheriting a kingdom from a legendary ruler like David. The weight of those footsteps must have been immense. Yet, Solomon stepped up to the challenge. He accepted the responsibility of leading Israel and promised his father that he would honor God, uphold justice, and guide his people with wisdom. Now, fast forward to a pivotal moment in Solomon's life, a moment that would change everything. As he prepared to take the throne, God himself appeared to him in a dream. Picture this, God in all his majesty revealing to Solomon that he would be granted any wish, anything his heart desired. It was a once-in-a-lifetime offer, a chance to shape his destiny. So here's the big question. What would you ask for if you had the opportunity? Would you choose unimaginable wealth, unending power, or perhaps fame that echoes through time? Well, Solomon's choice surprised everyone, including God. Instead of selfish desires, Solomon asked for something much more profound. He requested an understanding heart, a heart that could govern God's people wisely and discern between right and wrong. Now, isn't that a lesson in itself? Often we're tempted to chase material riches or fleeting pleasures, but Solomon understood that true fulfillment lay in serving others and honoring God. His request marked the beginning of an extraordinary chapter in his life, a chapter where wisdom became his guiding light. And as they say, when you choose a path, the universe conspires to support it. God was so pleased with Solomon's choice that he granted him not just wisdom, but extraordinary wisdom. It was wisdom that surpassed even the wisdom of the ancients, making him famous throughout the ages. Now, let's talk about one of the most famous instances of Solomon's wisdom. Two women approached him claiming to be the mothers of the same child, each insisting she was the rightful owner. They couldn't agree, and so they appealed to Solomon for help. Imagine the pressure of such a situation. The lives of these women and their child hung in the balance. Here's how Solomon handled it. He listened intently to each woman's story, observing their words and body language. Then he made a decision that shocked them all. He ordered a sword to be brought and commanded that the baby be cut in half, with each woman receiving one half. Picture the scene, the gasp, the disbelief as the women processed Solomon's words. Now, you might wonder, was Solomon being heartless, or was there more to his decision? Well, here's the twist. The real mother couldn't bear the thought of their child being harmed. She pleaded with Solomon, asking the other woman to have the child. Just don't kill him. In that moment, Solomon saw through the deception. He recognized the true mother's genuine concern for her child. With wisdom and compassion, he made the right decision, ensuring that the child remained whole and the mother's love triumphed. This story reveals two important aspects of Solomon's wisdom. First, his ability to think outside the box to solve problems. Instead of settling for a simple yes or no answer, he devised a solution that tested the women's claims. Secondly, his capacity for empathy and fairness. Solomon understood the emotions at play and delivered a verdict that not only resolved the conflict, but also honored the sanctity of life. As news of his wisdom spread, people from distant lands flocked to Jerusalem, eager to witness it for themselves. Kings and queens, rulers and scholars, they all came bearing gifts and questions. Among them was the legendary Queen of Sheba, known for her beauty and intelligence. She heard tales of Solomon's wisdom and wanted to test it for herself. Imagine the scene, the grand entrance of the queen, the exchange of gifts, and the intellectual battle of wits between two brilliant minds. Sheba challenged Solomon with riddles and complex questions, probing his knowledge on everything from philosophy to science. But Solomon rose to the occasion. He answered each question with elegance and grace, leaving the queen astonished. Sheba wasn't just impressed by Solomon's intellect. She marveled at the splendor of his kingdom, the grandeur of Jerusalem, the richness of its culture, and the harmony among its people. She realized that true wisdom wasn't just about individual brilliance, but also about creating a thriving society. At the end of her visit, she made a remarkable confession. She admitted that half of the stories about Solomon's wisdom had been true, but in reality, he was even wiser than his reputation suggested. This encounter wasn't just a test of wits. It was a cultural exchange, a celebration of human potential, and a testament to the transformative power of wisdom. Solomon's reign was a golden age for Israel. Peace and prosperity flowed across the land. Cities flourished, trade expanded, and the arts thrived. But perhaps his greatest legacy was his temple, the Temple of Solomon. Picture a majestic structure made of shimmering gold, adorned with precious gems and housing the Ark of the Covenant, a symbol of God's presence among his people. The construction was a monumental task, requiring immense resources and skilled craftsmanship. But Solomon didn't just build a magnificent building. He created a spiritual sanctuary, a place where heaven and earth seemed to meet. It wasn't just a house of worship, but a symbol of unity, a gathering place, and a constant reminder of God's covenant with Israel. For centuries, people from all over the world have marveled at the story of Solomon's temple, a testament to human ingenuity and spiritual devotion. Now, let's turn to another fascinating aspect of Solomon's life, his writings. Imagine sitting in a quiet place, surrounded by ancient scrolls, each page whispering tales of love, life, and everyday wisdom. That's a glimpse into the world of Solomon's writings. He didn't just write about grand kingdoms or epic battles. He delved into the intricacies of human emotion, the ups and downs of everyday life, and the eternal search for meaning. His proverbs, simple yet profound, continue to guide people today. They remind us to be patient, to control our anger, and to value integrity. His Song of Songs, a celebration of love and devotion, has echoed through the ages, touching the hearts of countless readers. In his writings, Solomon didn't just share his own experiences. He explored universal truths, weaving together insights that have stood the test of time. Through his words, he taught us about love, loss, joy, and sorrow, helping us understand the complexities of the human experience. His legacy isn't just in the words themselves, but in the impact they've had on our understanding of ourselves and the world around us. But as we reach the end of Solomon's story, let's remember that even in greatness there can be shadows. Solomon, despite his wisdom, made choices that led his nation astray. He pursued foreign wives who introduced idolatry into his life and his kingdom. Slowly, the unity he'd worked so hard to achieve started to fracture. In the end, the kingdom split, and Solomon's descendants lost much of their power and prestige. It's just a reminder that no one is perfect, and that even the wisest among us are capable of making mistakes. Despite the challenges he faced, Solomon's life remains a beacon of inspiration. His achievements, his wisdom, and his writings continue to shape our world. From the grandeur of his temple to the simplicity of his proverbs, Solomon's legacy is a tapestry woven through history. As we reflect on his life, let's remember the power of seeking wisdom, the importance of balancing knowledge with compassion, and the need to remain vigilant against the allure of temptation. Solomon's story isn't just a tale of the past. It's a mirror reflecting timeless truths that guide us today. All right, friends, it's time to wrap up our journey through the extraordinary life of King Solomon. As we've explored his story, we've seen the heights of human achievement, the depths of wisdom, and the pitfalls of even the greatest among us. What resonates with you the most from Solomon's journey? His meteoric rise to power, his profound wisdom, or his eventual decline? We'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to drop your comments below. And while you're there, give this video a thumbs up if you found it insightful and inspiring. And lastly, if you're as curious about history and faith as we are, hit that subscribe button. You will get a front row seat to amazing stories that bring the past to life and show you the timeless truths that shaped our world. Until next time, keep seeking wisdom, stay curious, and remember the stories that inspire us all.